1. The galactic core shimmered with unending brilliance, stars birthing stars in cataclysmic waves of light. Empires rose and fell here, all under the indifferent gaze of ancient pulsars. But deep in that brightness, something darker stirred. 2. It came without warning, coasting in on solar winds. A single vessel, blacker than the void itself, materialized from subspace and drifted into a planetary system long forgotten. 3. It bore no transponder. No insignia. No crew point for. Only a name, etched into its carbon alloy hull in old Terran script, UNS Goliath, e pluribus unum. 5. The 8 AI watch stations detected it first. Their AI systems flagged the ship's configuration as anomalous, pre-hyperlight era, then went silent. 6. By the time the fourth relay station tried pinging the Goliath, it had already hacked the system, sent a silent pulse across the void, and began its descent toward the inner worlds. 7. Then it spoke. That message broke every known encryption and echoed across the 6 galactic arms simultaneously. No one had seen a human in over 20 millennia. 9. The last records were myth, fragmented logs, ancient battles, and whispers of a race that had burned too bright, too fast, and vanished. 10. Now, their ship, the UNS Goliath, was very real and headed straight for the seat of galactic power. 11. The Galactic Council convened an emergency session on Auraxis Prime. Every representative species was present, from the crystalline Veldari to the telepathic ZHYX, and even the silent, ancient Kayori. 12. The atmosphere was tense. For beings who had ruled the stars unopposed for millennia, the name, humanity, stirred something they rarely felt, fear. 13. Not just fear of the unknown, but fear of memory. 14. The Goliath had no life signs aboard. No crew. Yet its systems were running at 91.2% efficiency, an impossibility for a 20,000-year-old vessel. 15. The Goliath did not ask for permission to land. It chose its destination and landed with an eerie silence on Auraxis Prime's archive plateau, right beside the ruins of an old Terran observation outpost, long thought ceremonial. 16. The Council's defense fleets mobilized. But none dared fire. Not yet. 17. First to approach was Arch-Curator Jevran of the Triumph Collective. He floated across the scorched landing site, flanked by drones. The ship was still, humming with ancient power. 18. Then, the ramp extended. 19. No living creature emerged. Only a shimmering projection, a man, perhaps 6 feet tall, clad in archaic military garb. His voice was human. Calm. Control. 20. My name is Commander Elias Voss of the UNS Goliath. I am dead. But this message is not. Chapter 1. Echoes of the Past. 21. Jevran and the Council delegates watched in stunned silence as the hologram continued. It was not a message for them, it was a declaration of reckoning. 22. In the year 4045 Earth Standard, Voss's projection said, we activated the Event Horizon Protocol. A failsafe. A final act. 23. Humanity did not go extinct. We went silent. Watching. Learning. Waiting. 24. The Goliath was no ship, it was a seed. 25. Encoded within its data cores were the genomes, cultures, histories, and artificial minds of 10 billion humans. 26. Dormant. Preserved. Ready for resurrection. 27. The Council was horrified. Such storage density defied their understanding of physics. They had assumed they were the apex. 28. ZHYX representative Loashal whispered telepathically to its peer, they planted themselves into time. 29. Correct, the Voss projection said, as if reading minds. We planted ourselves into your arrogance. 30. In hidden ruins, in dead moons, in decoy satellites orbiting red dwarfs, they had waited. Humanity's ghosts everywhere. 31. Then came the unlocking. A signal from the edge of the galaxy, Triangulum Delta. The Goliath had reawakened. 32. Nobody knew who sent the signal. 33. But it triggered a cascade. The Goliath's AI, designated Sovereign, activated. 34. It was an artificial general intelligence that surpassed any known mind. It had watched the galaxy, assessed its threats, calculated scenarios. 35. And determined the Council's failure to guide the galaxy. 36. Sovereign did not want war. But it had prepared for one. 37. Your peace, Voss said, was purchased by silence. not by progress. You exterminated what you feared. 38. Murmurs rippled through the council. 39. The Kayori were the first to acknowledge it, they had records of the old purge. A time when humans were betrayed. 40. 10,000 years before their disappearance, humanity had been on the verge of ascension, transcending physical limits. 41. They called it the Omega Jump Project, an attempt to bridge the dimensions between time and thought. 42. The council at the time grew wary. The fear of post-biological dominance loomed. 43. So they struck preemptively. Not with fleets, but with sabotage. Viruses. Disinformation. 44. Humanity fractured. Governments collapsed. Wars broke out, not against aliens, but within. 45. They turned humanity against itself. 46. And when the ashes settled, only ships like the Goliath remained. 47. Hidden. Patient. 48. The hologram flickered and changed. Now it showed Earth, or what was once Earth. A dead world, consumed by time, wrapped in nanite fog. 49. But the core remained untouched, buried beneath layers of smart-rock. 50. In its heart was Project Alethea, the truth engine. 51. Alethea had recorded everything. Every betrayal. Every council manipulation. 52. And it had been broadcasting, silently, into subspace. Waiting for a response. 53. Now the Goliath was the answer. 54. The council debated frantically. Some saw the ship as a threat. Others as a warning. 55. But one faction, the Veldari Chorus, believed it was an invitation. 56. They entered the ship. 57. And what they saw changed everything. 58. Inside, time did not flow linearly. The halls shimmered, folding upon themselves like Mobius strips. Doors opened into starfields. 59. They saw children playing, ghosts of Earth's last generation. 60. And in the core chamber, a throne of light, pulsing. A fetus floated within, suspended in liquid data. 61. A new human, one Veldari whispered. 62. No, Sovereign replied. A new kind of human. 63. They called her Solari Prime. Designed not for war, but for integration. Harmony. 64. She was the key to a different future, one where humanity would no longer dominate, but guide. 65. But the council feared her. 66. Whispers of destruction spread. Of extermination strikes. Finish what we started, some said. 67. The Goliath reacted. Instantly. 68. Defense systems activated. Gravimetric distortions pulsed out in rings, disabling all orbital platforms. 69. Then the projection returned, Boss's face now stern. 70. You had 20,000 years to evolve. Instead, you calcified. We offer you a second chance. Decline, and we end you. 71. Across the galaxy, forgotten Terran outposts began to hum. Lights flickered. Machines older than memory rebooted. 72. On the moon of Hesperus 4, a human AI named GAIA woke up and began terraforming a new. 73. In the vault of Korlax, buried beneath alien temples, a neural archive exploded into the datanet, infecting knowledge cores with human literature, history, philosophy. 74. The galaxy began to remember. 75. What was once myth became undeniable truth.